Hey there, GASGAS fans, and welcome to our Tech Talk series. In today's episode, we're diving into one of the most frequently asked questions, the map select switch. Why is it standard on our 125 models and an optional technical accessory for our larger CC bikes? Let's get into it. First off, let's talk about our larger CC models. All Model Year 24, Enduro and Motocross bikes come standard with the MELLOW mapping and without the map select switch. With the MELLOW mapping, the motorcycle doesn't immediately rocket forward when you give it a little throttle. It's all about a leaner, smoother response that helps you build confidence and control. For the MELLOW mapping, the fuel-air mixture is richer, means there is more fuel to the same volume of air, so the bike runs cooler and the power is slightly reduced. But like already mentioned, when you buy that map select switch as a technical accessory for your Model Year 24 Enduro and Motocross bikes, you have the chance to choose between the MELLOW and the more aggressive mapping. Our Model Year 24 MC450F and the MC250F Factory Edition bikes are kind of an exception because the map select switch comes already standard. Anyway, with the purchase of the map select switch, we've got two different mappings available. The MELLOW mapping, represented by the white switch, and the aggressive mapping, represented by the green switch. The aggressive mapping is all about that extra punch. It provides you a livelier throttle response, ideal for advanced riders who crave that full performance experience. When you switch to the aggressive mapping, you will notice that a small twist of the throttle delivers a more spirited response. We achieve this by making changes like increasing the injection quantity and adjusting the ignition behavior. The fuel-air mixture is leaner, so less fuel to the same volume of air. So again, why do we offer these two different mappings? Simple. We want to cater to riders of all skill levels and preferences. Whether you're a beginner or leisure rider looking for a smoother ride, or an expert craving that adrenaline rush, GASGAS has you covered. Important. There's an additional advantage of the purchase of our map select switch on our 4-stroke models. Here the map select switch also includes additional features like the quick-shift functionality and traction control. And for the Motocross 4-stroke models, we even offer the launch control for perfect starts. These features we can offer due to the installed gear sensor on our 4-stroke models. It will take your riding experience to a whole new level, offering better control and performance. We will now quickly talk about these features that come with the map select switch on our 4-stroke models. First up, let's talk about the launch control. Please remember, only available for our Motocross 4-stroke bikes when buying the map select switch. With the engine at idle, the launch control is engaged by pressing the traction control and quick-shift buttons simultaneously. The launch control limits the amount of power delivered to the rear wheel, improving traction and preventing loss of control during those crucial moments of hard acceleration. This feature is a game changer, especially when you need that extra control off the starting line. The traction control operates by analyzing your throttle input and the rate at which RPM increases in the engine. If the RPM increases too quickly, the Electronic Management System, short EMS, detects a loss of grip and reduces the power to the rear wheel, ensuring maximum traction. The traction control is great in wet, muddy and super slippery hardpack conditions, giving you confidence and control in challenging situations. And last but not least, let's talk about the quick shift function, available as well exclusively on our 4-stroke dirt bikes. This feature is for those who love to shift gears without using the clutch lever. It works for upshifting only, starting from the second gear and upwards. It briefly interrupts ignition for a fraction of a second, allowing you to upshift while keeping the throttle wide open. So there you have it, GASGAS riders. The map select switch isn't just about mapping. It's your key to launch control, traction control and the quick shift function on our 4-stroke models. These features provide you with more control, better performance and an incredible riding experience. But what about our MC125 bikes? The MC125 is the only model, except of our MC Factory editions, on which our map select switch comes standard. So you don't need to buy it as a technical accessory. But why is this the case? The mappings provided with the map select switch on the MC125 are designed to optimize your performance based on the type of terrain you're conquering. Whether you tee it up on a hard pack track or tackling the sandy dunes, we've got a mapping that's tailor-made for your ride. So you can, or you better should, choose between the two different mappings. The hard pack track mapping, represented by the white switch, and the sand track mapping, represented by the green switch. This means that for the bigger CC models with the map select switch, you can change the engine characteristics according to conditions and rider preference, but for the MC125, you need to select the right mapping to protect the engine from too high temperatures and thermal stress. But before we dive into the specifics, let's take a step back and talk about the evolution of engine technology. We are all familiar with carburetor engines, where the fuel-air mixture is manually adjusted using different needles for the jets in the carburetor to ensure proper ignition. With the introduction of throttle body injection, short TBI, things changed dramatically. Now, the altitude and temperature are automatically measured, and the petrol air mixture is precisely adjusted using the electronic control unit, ECU. However, there's a catch. The ECU can't tell what kind of terrain you're riding on, which brings us to the importance of mapping for the MC125. Well, the MC125 mappings don't make the bike behave more or less aggressively. Instead, these mappings are mainly made to keep the engine running safe and not to have different power characteristics. So let's break it down. When you're riding on deeper ground or rough, sandy stretches, the green mapping of the MC125 comes into play. Unlike larger displacements, the green mapping on the MC125 provides a richer mixture, meaning there's more fuel in the petrol air mixture. Why do we do this? It's all about the engine safety. A richer mixture helps to control the piston in the aluminum cylinder, protecting it from high temperatures during these intense riding conditions. The right mapping on the MC125 is designed for hard pack tracks. It features a leaner fuel-air mixture, so less fuel to the same volume of air, which leads to a more powerful engine character. This leaner mixture ensures the bike's throttle response is razor sharp, ideal for riding on solid terrain. So to clarify, the different mappings on the MC125 are not about making the bike less or more aggressive, because with this engine, most of the time you would need the full performance or power anyway. Instead, they are all about ensuring the engine's well-being while you enjoy the full power of this remarkable machine. There's one last important thing to note for the MC125 bikes. With the electronic injection, like TBI, you can't fine-tune the mapping using aftermarket systems without introducing additional mapping components. That's why we have some exciting news for you. If you're looking to optimize your MC125 for specific needs, such as using different exhaust or manifold systems, you can visit your nearest GASGAS dealer. They can provide you with another mapping, especially made for the FMF exhaust systems for our MC125 bikes. And the best part, it's available for all customers for free. So GASGAS enthusiasts, you not only get the incredible power of the MC125, but also the flexibility to tailor your ride to your exact specifications. I hope we got you now a better understanding of this whole map select switch topic. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of our GASGAS Tech Talks. Stay tuned for more episodes where we answer your burning questions about our bikes. Anything you're interested in, please leave us a comment and we try to include it in our next episodes. And as always, ride safe and ride with GASGAS.